Hello and welcome back to Oxygen Not Included. Let's play episode 70. Let's get straight to it. So I think we want to enable this building. Let this start pumping out some water to our algae terrariums to improve our oxygen generation and refill up our couple liquid reservoir canisters that got used up in our bathrooms. So this should be going, and we'll see how well we're able to work with this. I was expecting that the window tiles would not decrease visibility, but apparently they do. Apparently they do block visibility, so this is going to be pretty low efficiency. Visibility of 9%, but I don't really want to get rid of these window tiles because I don't have an automation system set up yet, so I don't have a way of clearing out regolith and whatnot that develops up here. I've just been doing it manually. It's probably just a huge waste that we should be not doing. But I was hoping to kind of display a simple system, and I guess these window tiles just don't work as I thought they did. I did not think that they blocked visibility like this. I know for solar panels they don't block visibility, but apparently they do block visibility. They don't block light, I suppose I should say. Maybe visibility is just considered a different thing than light, effectively. Yeah, I suppose that's the situation. Alright, so we have our space scanner set up. It closes the doors when meteors come in. And then, usually what you would have, especially kind of a little bit later on, you just have an automated miner, and it would mine this stuff out. And then you can have a sweeper if you want to clear all that stuff up and put it somewhere. In this case, we would put it down here with our storage bins where we're storing a lot of our hot stuff. Right, this is at 247 degrees. That is hot, hot, hot. And we're having it cooled down by our sort of liquid cooling system, which is also cooling all this stuff here. And the goal ultimately is just going to have a lot of hot, polluted water up here, which will then pump down to a steam generator. Or actually, maybe we'll run it through a... we could potentially just run it through a filter first, and then use that water for something, and then put it back into the steam producer. But in the long run, we're going to want three things. One is we're going to want a training setup for Stinky so that he can become an astronaut. We are going to want a rocket bay, which I've decided I want to try doing it indoors, not in places with space exposure. And then we're going to want a steam generator, which I'm also going to have sort of dual purpose as a liquid oxygen production facility to see how much liquid oxygen we can get used running our steam rockets. And we start off with steam, and then we move on to liquid oxygen plus a fuel like petroleum. But steam is what we're going to use for your initial research rockets. And so the way that research works is that these telescopes, if we open up the star map, they're going to analyze these destinations for us. And then we can visit those destinations and collect data banks. And with those data banks, who's idle? With those data banks, we can then go ahead and... also, why aren't you working on these? Priorities are quite high. Okay. We're going to send up rockets. They're going to have research modules on them. They're going to collect data banks. And then those data banks are going to be processed in a virtual planetarium to get the research that we need. That is the plan. Man, I don't know why these are not being operated. Maybe too many demands on the atmosuits? It's possible. Do I have people locked out? No. No. All the permissions are for everybody. I don't know what's going on. Okay. So let's do a little bit of housekeeping stuff while we wait for that to finish, and then I'll talk a little bit more about sort of what the next steps are going to be. So I kind of want to build another bedroom, and putting it right here seems like a decent idea. So let's work on that. I think I like the height that this is right now. This sort of clearance is good. So I think we're just going to build tile across here. Let's make it out of granite, like so. And then we are going to build across like so. Dig out this. Dig out this and this. Deconstruct. And in fact, let's go ahead and deconstruct all of this while we're at it. There we go. And we'll set up bedrooms here. Deconstruct this. Deconstruct this. Mop up this. Perfect. Set up another bedroom so we can move our guys in here. We'll probably want to sweep it up too, I suppose. Oh, new dupes. Nope. Only diver's lungs. Them's the rules. And what are our temperatures like? I don't really care about cooling down these hatch ranches at the moment. In fact, I'm fine with leaving up this insulated tile as well. Where else do we want our stuff? Could just stick it some down here. Start cooling this area. Or actually, maybe it's a good idea that we just start cooling down this space area. Doesn't seem like a bad idea. The oxygen concentration is really bad though, because we have this pump operating right here. But yeah, let's set up a lot more. Let's set up a lot more of our cooling up here. So, furniture. I think we're just going to use flower pots. Granite, why not? Yeah, let's just set up a couple on either side here. And set up one here as well, I suppose. Dig out these areas like so, and put any spare weezeworts that we have up here. So, I'm kind of getting off track. Seriously, why aren't these being manned? What's going on? Priorities. They are a research building, right? It's not an operating thing, if I understand things correctly. Do I need to get the visibility higher? 18%, 9%. Huh. I'm not sure, boys and girls. I'm not sure what the problem is. It could be with visibility. I really did not think that these window tiles would block this, though. I am confused. Where are my people? Where are my people at? Where's Nisbet? What are you doing right now? You're running, you're jogging, you're getting your jog on. What are your priorities? Research is a high priority for you. If I told you to move up here, would you start researching? Is it that there's such a demand for these Atmos suits that you're basically saying someone else has an Atmos suit and I can't? No? It needs better visibility, I suppose. Analysis underway. Object focus selected. She's running off to generate power now. Oh, that is unfortunate. That is unfortunate. I'm still just surprised that these window tiles block visibility. I thought that was the whole point of them. We might need to rethink a lot of this operation, because I'll need to keep these cool, because I don't have an automated thing here. We probably just want to set up automation. That's the truth. We probably just want to set up our automation and have that protect these telescopes. Which creates a little bit of problem because I haven't really set this up for automation. This is meant to be just a temporary thing, showing an easy setup. But apparently it's not that easy. Unfortunate. Because the problem is if you let pretty much any regolith fall on here, these telescopes will overheat. and you'll start suffering damage. So you want a system in place to prevent any bad stuff from happening here. Although, actually, come to think of it, part of the problem is probably just we don't have oxygen in here. Yeah. Well, we can fix that with more oxygen. Let's just wait on that, I suppose, then. We could also change our ventilation here. That's probably actually the issue. We just don't have anything for them to run on at this point. Yeah. You know what we're gonna do? We're gonna change things around a little bit. So let's go ahead and set up a priority line. We are going to take a gas bridge. Igneous rock is fine. We're just going to go like this. And we're going to set up a gas pipe. Igneous rock is fine. We're going to hook up like this, and I'm going to deconstruct this one. That's the plan. Set this up as a priority line. It does mean that these will not... Why do I have idle people? Bert, Ruby, can you not build? What is going on? You have a 4 in construction. You can build. So why are you not building? What are you doing? You're coming back. Okay, you are building. I don't understand. There were people idle for a second there. She was one of them. I was confused as to why. I had build orders here. Okay, so we're going to set this up as a priority so that the oxygen goes here and start these telescopes running. With 2 of them up, we should be able to get a lot of research done really quickly. Down here we have our stuff all up and running. I have said to enable this, right? Oh, but I have it locked. Alright. Auto, change those. And go ahead and enable this and get this pumping. Perfect. Okay. So now let's go ahead and plant ourselves a couple Wheezeworts up here. And if we get another one, we'll put it down here. Just want to keep this area nice and frigid, if possible. We're going to be having a lot of heat that we need to manage up here. Ventilation. Now we're seeing oxygen go up into here, and these guys should start producing stuff. If I open up the star map, yeah, we're up to 68% complete. Okay, so that was the issue. We just didn't have oxygen in there yet because of the way I set up my line. But now we should be good. We could also... Okay, let's go ahead and open up the star map and analyze this object. So, okay. We have 5 research projects for this space area, right? Which means if we send up a thing with 5 research modules on our rocket, it will collect all 5. If you send up a rocket with research modules when you've already sort of done these research tasks, it will still generate research, but at a reduced amount. So these are going to get us 50 each. But then each research module is also going to give you 10 just for making the trip, regardless of whether or not these things are here. So that's kind of where you're going to be getting a lot of your research. Yeah, we're going to analyze this now. We can analyze things sort of in a chain. So we started with this one, then we can go to this one, then we can go to the next one, and so on and so forth. I think we're just going to aim to get all of our telescopes done really quickly, and then replace this with a new system. And then I'll be able to show off. I kind of wanted to wait on showing off automation of the mining. It's a pretty simple thing, really, but I just wanted to show kind of how you set up a simple thing, and I guess we're doing it kind of. All right, so now she should take a break before she takes sunburn damage because of the way that we set up the schedules. Or at least the odds are very good she's going to take a break before that happens. Yeah, so we see them making slides effectively, right? And we have him working on that, and we'll be able to work on this a little bit more. This is all fine. Okay. So yeah, we're just going to try and crank out all of our research here, and then we are going to move on to setting up our rocket. Open star map. Analyze another destination. I forgot to analyze object. There we go. All right. Yeah, so we're just going to crank through all these asteroids one by one. And yeah, so we're doing great on food. Pumping the water in here has created a bit of a polluted oxygen situation, I see. Just a little bit. We sent a little bit out too fast. Alright, let's go to oxygen. Let's go ahead and set up a ton more of deodorizers. There's no anything associated with these, right? Alright, cool. Just make them out of igneous rock. Just slap a ton more down. Pretty much anywhere we can. One here is fine. Alright, and let's set up, just so I can kind of show it off. Let's reset up our research stations. We will, we're going to deconstruct this building, and we are going to deconstruct this. And we'll set up our research stuff just right here. And I can show you how many research points then it will take for us to do our space stuff. Keeping in mind that if we sent up a steam rocket with 5 research modules to a nearby asteroid, it would return with 300 points of Man, that was just a huge explosion of polluted oxygen. Let's get that all cleaned up, shall we? Deodorizers. Set one up here as well. We already have them up here. Set one up here. Yeah, just get them built everywhere. While we're at it, deodorizer. Can't build one here. Oh, there's a door here. Yeah, because there's a ton of it in there, and then we put the water in and created that. Okay. So yeah, once I get the research stuff up and running, we don't really need these buildings right now, but I just want to be able to access the... And you know what, let's go ahead and set up a supercomputer as well. Power, wire. Alright. That'll open up the research tab again, and we will be able to show off our stuff. Let's go ahead and build this layout as well. Get this up and running. Furniture, metal block, make it out of gold. And then some blank canvases, also out of gold. Perfect. Okay. So, research. Let's show it off. So, it is 200 points of research for our solid cargoes, another 400 points of research for liquid and gas cargoes, 800 points for special cargoes, and it's mirrored down here with, this is sort of the what you can bring back tech, and this is the how you get there tech. Usually you want to do the how you get there tech first, especially since you actually can't bring anything back until you have developed this, right? Your steam rocket, I believe, cannot even reach with a cargo bay. It can't even reach the first asteroid. So you want to start working on this stuff, but you need to send up rockets to get the materials for your virtual planetarium to go, and to that end we want to start working on our rockets. Let's go ahead and plant a wart seed here. We're doing temperature wise in here. It's starting to heat up. Once we get the water level a little bit higher, it'll really start cooling down a little bit more. We're going to go ahead and we're going to dump some of the stuff on the ground. Grab this, copy settings, copy it here, set this to 6, copy settings. I think I did that wrong. Doesn't matter. Something like so. And just clear out more area, basically, for this mafic rock, iron, etc. Get people moving stuff, the hotter stuff down here. Okay. So, where are we at? Open star map. Analyze object. And we're just going to continue on like that. Missing research station. Yeah, need the virtual planetarium is what they're saying. Yep. I hear you. We'll need to set that up somewhere here. Maybe we expand out here. This is going to be where we have our rocket, though. So I think this building is going to end relatively close out here, and we're going to need insulation and whatnot to make that all work. Perfect. All right. I think it's time to cut the episode here. And when I get back, I think we'll discuss a little bit more our plans for this interior rocket bay. I think that'll be the next big thing that we start working on. Pumping out the gas out of here and setting up what is ultimately going to be our steam/liquid oxygen operation. All right. I'll catch you guys next time.